I wonder how this happened. Hello viewers, you join me in final preparations for a 3,200 mile road trip. I'm driving from Healdsburg, California to San Luis Obispo, California, then back up north to the Canadian Rockies, Lake Louise in British Columbia. And then I'm driving back to Healdsburg, California. It's about a 3,200 mile road trip. I know what you're going to say. Why would I drive so far south and then head back north again? Well, every year, Audi clubs in Northern California and Southern California meet in the middle in San Luis Obispo. It's a great opportunity to meet other Audi fanatics and see hundreds of cars, and I'm really excited. So then, after spending 2 days driving south, I head back north again, all the way up to Lake Louise in the Canadian Rockies. This is my 2015 Audi RS5. I actually just got it back yesterday from getting a ton of modifications done to it. I've had the full NA workover. I got race headers, lightweight aluminum flywheel, and I raised the rev limiter to basically 9,000 RPMs. I mean, this thing was fast already, but when I picked it up yesterday, I just wasn't ready for the savagery of this thing. It's insane. And if you've seen my videos before, you're probably asking yourself, why not take my 815 horsepower RS7? It is the more obvious long hauler, and it's comfy, but I don't want to put that many miles on it, and it gets like 3 gallons to the mile. Not 3 miles to the gallon, but 3 gallons to the mile. And although the RS5 may be a bit less comfortable, on the roads I'll be taking through Washington and the Canadian Rockies, the RS5 will be a lot more fun. I mean, all these cars in the way. So I got a tire pressure warning and pulled over, checked all the tires, and this one was at 51 PSI. That's way too much. I got a tire pressure warning this morning and I filled it up with air. It's now about 103 degrees here in the Central Valley, and I've been driving, you know, pretty fast. Just goes to show how much the air expands in these tires when they get hot. So I fixed that, reset the light, everything's good. Also a little safety tip here. So buy your own pressure gauge, because you don't know where you go to from gas station to gas station. You want your readings to be consistent. For example, this one was showing when I plugged it in. I don't rely on these anymore, but I checked it anyways. This one was showing about 40 PSI. And the one I always use showed 51, and then the rest were around 40. So these things can vary, especially as people like throw them around. They get beat up and don't read very well. Always use your own pressure gauge. This is kind of what I mean by it might be an expensive trip, because I just put 50 bucks in after filling up this morning, and so it took that much to pass that mountain range over there on Highway 20. I just realized I probably could have taken an Uber here and it would have cost less, but it wouldn't have been as much fun. Check out this pyramid crystal thing. I just spoke with a guy. He was really nice, kind of cuckoo in the head a little bit. He had mentioned that this has a wide range of benefits if you put it in your house, including being able to keep your food fresh and communicating with aliens. Over there was a make your own candle kit. I had a friend give me one of those candle kits, and it's the worst present I've ever received. It was a box with some wax and a wick in it. I think the box hit him hardest. Driving along this valley here, I'm about just a few minutes away from the Oregon border, and I had the windows open and I could smell, it just smelled amazing. I got a waft through the windows of this awesome smell. You can't tell, there are a ton of dandelions everywhere. I don't know if that's the smell, maybe it's the grasses or something, I don't know. It's not this dead owl right here, I promise. Just thought it was a cool place to stop. I think we're getting a sunset here. I believe that's Mount Hood, right? Just about to check in here in Bend, in my hotel. And last 50 miles or so felt a bit strange, like it was pulling to the right a little bit. And then come to check out and inspect my tires. And yeah, my tire has been eaten by something. I think the rumble strips when I'm passing. I don't know what, but yeah, you can see these are starting to starting to pull away from the cords. Not good. Okay, Okay, still in Bend, Oregon. It's about 12 o'clock. I wanted to leave about 10, but I woke up around 7 to start calling around, and I couldn't find any shops, any tire places around within 100 miles that had tires even in this size. I did find a way. Mercedes-Benz of Spokane helped me out in sourcing 2 Pilot Sport 4S's to throw onto the car, but they're not going to be here till tomorrow, and I have to find a way to get to Spokane. So what I'm doing is I'm putting on, I'm going to change this wheel, throw this wheel on the back and put that wheel on in the front, do a quick rotation really quickly, just because I don't want to drive around with this tire on the front. I think I can make it to Spokane with it being like that. So in the RS5, it does not come with the jack, a scissor jack in the back, to save weight, I guess. So I had to go to Harbor Freight to buy a $40 trolley jack. I only have one, so I'm gonna have to lift it up from the center and jack it up. You don't want to do that usually, but as Freiberger would say, doing the right thing the wrong way. Good thing I brought these tools from home. I never thought they'd come in handy so quickly. Okay, so this jack was really sketchy. I didn't want to use it. So I ended up going in, buying a proper jack. It was another 160 bucks. Plus I got some jack stands, so hopefully I can actually do this job legit. Now that I got this off, I'm seeing how bad it is. It's really bad. Cords are showing. Man, I gotta get to Spokane on this from Bend, Oregon. Hopefully I can do that. If not, more drama for the viewer. All right, I'm done swapping them. Once I figured out the jack thing, swapping them over only took like 5 minutes. Super easy. Ready to go. I just got to figure out what to do with all this stuff. It's about 1 o'clock. I'm just now leaving Bend, Oregon. About 3 hours late. Huge shout out to Harbor Freight Tools in Bend. They were really helpful. They let me return that jack that was really sketchy. I ended up leaving the jack stands and a good jack for anybody who may need them. I don't think I'll make Spokane tonight. I'm gonna try, but I have to drive really slowly because of this tire in the back now. So I'm gonna try to get there tonight. If not, I'll get as close as I possibly can. So I got one more surprise for you guys before I leave Bend, Oregon. Boom! Blockbuster. The last one in the nation.
So you guys finished trading up this. There's no more Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball Z. They got some great movies here. Good memories from the 90s. Look at these gas prices. 92 octane. $5.19 a gallon. Right now it's at least $1 more per gallon for 91 in California. So maybe I don't need to be driving so slowly. Alright, stopped off this little town. I don't know what it's called, but it's pretty cool. Tire, it's about 120 miles north of Bend. Tire is not doing too well. If you look at the shape it's in right now, it's really bad. But I think I could probably make it. Made it to Spokane. Can't believe it. New tire tomorrow. So the tires are not here. After spending 4 hours yesterday trying to coordinate everything, sure they'd be here in time, paying for them up front, and even paying an extra $150 to expedite them. The parts department assured me they'd be here by today, but they're not. The parts guy I spoke to kind of very nonchalantly told me they might be here in 2 days from now, but I had to explain to him I'm on a road trip, and I can't do that. I can't just hang out in Spokane for another 2 days for some tires. So I guess I'm going to be looking around Spokane for these tires. I hope I can find them. It's not looking good so far, so... So I made a Facebook post earlier today seeking for help if anybody had these tires lying around, any Audi enthusiasts. That was a negative, but I found, or this guy, Jason Rowley on that Facebook group, posted a Craigslist ad of some guy selling tires on Craigslist. Was able to get in contact with him and find a Dunlop in my size. I could not believe it. It's nearly impossible to explain how difficult it was to get this tire, but what this means is today I am gonna make it to Canada. So after 5 hours, let's hit the road. Okay, I am through customs and in Canada. It's very beautiful here. I went through the King's Gate. It was super easy. I was in and out in like 2 minutes. Wasn't even wearing denim. So Phillips here are a little different. So everything is in liters. Cool thing though is they have 94 octane. This actually works out to be about $8 per gallon, and that works out to be about $8.41 per gallon, which seems like a lot, but this isn't Canadian money, so that converts to about 38 US cents per gallon. Which one did I go with? Obviously 94. I'm here. I made it to my destination. Here's my hotel. From here, going south. looks kind of beat up, but still pretty cool. Nice. This is actually an R1. You can tell because of the dual oil coolers. Sweet. I think a 93 R1. Awesome. I would get different taillights though. Right-hand drive. Sweet. Just crossed into the border back into the US. Look at all of these bugs. Haven't washed any of them off, or the dust. Everything's still a little bit foreign to me because I'm from California, and I mean, look at these roads. These roads are awesome. We don't have roads like this in California, and until I see some potholes, I won't feel like I'm home. Rip it!